Back in May, we got that shocking announcement that the Foo Fighters had parted ways with drummer Josh Freese, who they had hand-selected following the tragic passing of their beloved drummer Taylor Hawkins. Now, Josh Freese at the time said he was unsure of why he was let go. He, of course, was blindsided by the decision, and it sounds as though he's still trying to make sense of it all, but no one should feel bad for him. I know he's not feeling bad for himself either, considering he has landed a great gig, one with a lot of familiarity for him, back with the mighty Nine Inch Nails, which he is currently on tour, putting on a great show with them, as he does with any band. He's been with numerous bands, lots of session work as well. He had no trouble landing on his feet, and it was interesting, just as we've seen over the last couple of years, there's been a swap of drummers, because Nine Inch Nails drummer Ilan Rubin is the new drummer for the Foo Fighters. Although they have not yet performed with him, it was quite the surprise. And now in a brand new interview, we have Josh Freese opening up about that departure for the first time in a brand new interview. And what he had to say about his role in the band and even how he fit in was pretty surprising. The Foo Fighters news in May of this year was such a shock. Out of nowhere, Freese announced that he had been let go. In a statement, he explained that the band called him to let him know they decided to go in a different direction with their drummer. He noted that no specific reason was given. This immediately sent fans into a spin. Why would the Foo Fighters make a change after everything seemed to be going so well? Freese himself kept things light on social media, even jokingly sharing a list of 10 possible reasons why he was booted, including whistling My Hero for a week straight. But behind the jokes, the central question did remain unanswered, leaving a cloud of mystery over one of rock's biggest bands. Now, Josh Freese is finally breaking his silence, and the reasons he's giving for the split are far more complex and personal than anyone expected. After Freese's departure was announced, speculation about his replacement went into overdrive. Names were thrown around, including Taylor Hawkins' own son Shane, and even Matt Cameron of Soundgarden and Pearl Jam fame. Then in July, that answer came, and it was another major twist in the story. The Foo Fighters had reportedly locked in their new drummer, Ilan Rubin, the absolute powerhouse behind the kit for Nine Inch Nails. And just as that news began to sink in, Nine Inch Nails themselves confirmed Rubin's departure in the most rock and roll way possible. They posted an image of their new drummer with the caption, "Let's go." And that drummer was, of course, Josh Freese. It was a direct one-for-one trade between two of the biggest bands in the world. In a strange twist of fate, this move marked Freese's second stint with Nine Inch Nails. He had previously been their drummer from 2005 to 2008 before leaving and being ironically replaced by Ilan Rubin. The whole thing had come full circle. Freese even commented on the swap saying, "I couldn't believe it," before adding, "But Ilan's a phenomenal drummer, a phenomenal musician. He'll be perfect for the gig." And with both drummers seemingly settled in their new, or in Freese's case, old homes, the only thing missing was the why. Why did this all happen in the first place? In a brand new interview with the New York Times, Freese has finally opened up about his time with the Foo Fighters and what led to the change. First, he addressed the immense weight of that role he stepped into. The pressure of replacing a beloved figure like Taylor Hawkins was immense. Freese explained, "I'm coming in as Dave Grohl's drummer, and the guy that's supposed to save the day after the beloved Taylor Hawkins died." He said that the situation left him feeling like I had to be firing on all cylinders all the time. That admission alone paints a picture of a gig that was far more emotionally and mentally demanding than just playing the songs correctly. He was carrying the weight of the legacy, the weight of the band, and that's a heavy burden for any musician. But then he delivered the most direct and revealing reason for the split. When asked about his feelings on the group now, he said plainly, "It wasn't the music that I really resonated with." That single sentence reframes the entire story. This wasn't just about a band deciding to go in a different direction. It was also about a musician who, despite the professionalism and immense talent that he brings, never fully connected on a personal level with the material he was playing, which is a big issue. He also hinted at some issues behind the scenes, saying, looking back, it was probably more an issue with their management, while he noted that he doesn't think it was Dave Grohl specifically in that sense. Now, for Freese, returning to the Nine Inch Nails feels like a true homecoming. He spoke at length about how difficult it was to leave the band back in 2008 to be with this growing family, and how that band's intensity was something special. He said, "Leaving Nine Inch Nails at the end of 2008 was one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make. Nine Inch Nails was a band that left me walking off stage every night thinking, that was incredible. We absolutely crushed it. And it wasn't just a feeling, It was a certainty, he said. He added, "Now being back on tour with Trent and the crew, helping them do what they do best, night after night, is something I'm incredibly excited about. To be a part of that energy again feels amazing." Now, it seems this surprise drummer swap wasn't a case of bad blood, but rather a professional realignment of sorts that has put two incredible musicians back in environments where they truly belong. The Foo Fighters have since marked their 30th anniversary with the new single called Today's Song, and do have tour dates lined up for 2025. Dave Grohl even thanked every former member for their contribution over the years, a list that even includes Josh Freese, so it appears to be a respectful parting of ways mostly, and really one that ultimately led for what might be the best possible outcome for everyone involved. I mean, ultimately with Josh Freese saying that he didn't feel their music resonated with him, I mean, I think that alone, maybe he expressed that to them internally, and if he did, he's automatically not going to be the right fit. I mean, Foo Fighters are playing like 3-hour sets every night. They're playing really long shows, really physically intense shows. They're calling a lot of audibles up on stage. So if you're really not necessarily feeling the material, I mean, how are you going to be able to be in that for the long haul? So it sounds like it could be the best situation for everybody. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Foo Fighters live. I'm looking forward to seeing Nine Inch Nails live with Josh Freese as well. It's definitely exciting to see that change there, bringing him back home to a band he was a member of many moons ago. So most importantly, what do you all think about this? Let me know your feelings down in the comments. Does this change things for you with the Foo Fighters? How do you feel about these membership changes? And as always, be sure to subscribe and notifications on for the latest news and updates right here at Rockfeed.